Hey everyone, so back in 2019, I know, long time ago, but I want to catch you guys up. So I have put together a new docu-series, Addicted to Growth, and I chose this specifically because back then I was literally trying to just find my way in life. You know how the last docu-series ended was very emotional for me, and it was very hard for me to get over, very traumatic for my kids. So with that being said, I felt like I needed to run away. And by this, I scooped up Kaiser and Ensley and took them to Tennessee. So this whole docu-series is going to be about the time I did spend in Tennessee when me and David did separate for a little bit, and it was about 2 or 3 months we separated for. Now, why do I want to make another docu-series? Because I want to continue to share my life, let you guys relate to my stories. And why do I specifically want to show my hardships? Because I know a lot of you guys probably are going through the same situations that I'm going through. So I really want to share my experiences with you, how I got over them, and how me and David are stronger than ever today. All the bumps in the road we had and how we overcame them. Now, I'm not making this docu-series to put anyone on blast, and I just literally want to catch you guys up. Being in a marriage is very hard, and I know a lot of you here, the first year of marriage is your hardest. And you know, I really didn't think that was going to happen to me, but it definitely did. Me and David had a lot of growing to do, a lot of boundaries to set that we haven't set before, and I think we were still getting to know each other and just jumped into marrying so quickly that we didn't know what to expect after that. So life got a little bit hard. I mean, we had the CPS situation happen, everything went down, finally beat that case, got over it. And even though David took anger management classes, we still were not getting along. We kept getting into arguments, we kept bickering with each other. We were very loud towards each other in front of the kids, and I'm not afraid to admit that because we have grown a lot since then. Before the end of October, I ended up going to New York City. And I took this trip to actually meet up with an agency that contacted me and wanted to meet me. And they said that they had a trip to go to New York City and I should meet them there. It just so happened within this trip that the Teen Mom 2 reunion was going down, and this was the first reunion that I wasn't part of. Now, there's a lot of rumors circulating at that time saying, did she go to New York City to regain her spot on the show and this and that? And no, honestly, it was just to meet the agency people that I was dealing with at the time and lawyers that I was actually meeting up with to pursue my future career and move on with my life. So yeah, while I was in New York City, I ended up meeting up with the agency, and I don't want to speak any names because I'm going to keep everyone's name confidential and don't want anyone coming at me. But from my perspective, when I met these agency people, they're from Nashville, Tennessee, and they sat me down and they said, how happy are you in life right now? How happy are you with your marriage? And I told them, I said, I'm not happy. We don't get along and we argue all the time. So then after I sat there and talked with the agency for a while, that led into, well, are you willing to move to Nashville, Tennessee? And I said, yeah, sure. If you guys want to help me out with some business deals, and you know, maybe it'll be a better life for me. Maybe I need to be single and get away for a little bit and, you know, clear my head and do it for my children and see how everyone likes it. So then I ended up leaving. As soon as I came back from New York City, I ended up picking up Kaiser and Ensley and we took off to Tennessee. I feel really bad looking back on that because I feel like I should have gave David a heads up that at least I was taking Ensley and not have him panic when he gets to the daycare and expect her to be there. And I've been in that position before and I really, really, really don't like it. And it makes me upset that I put him through that. So yeah, I did learn a lot of lessons on this trip and being alone, and you know, that's why I'm here to make another docu-series. I left all my stuff at my house. Yes, I was still paying a mortgage at the time, and my mom was actually road tripping with me to Tennessee, and we stayed in a hotel for about a week, and one of the agency people met me at the hotel. What really, really sucks is at the time I did take GoPro footage. I did film myself in New York. I filmed myself in the car road tripping with my mom. I filmed myself picking up Ensley. But unfortunately, I don't know where any of those memory cards went, and they're gone. And I really wish I had them. My plan was to go to Tennessee, get an Airbnb for about a week. First, I stayed in a hotel for a few days. Then I was planning to get on Airbnb and then figure out getting an apartment. And then after getting an apartment, I had no idea what I was gonna do. I have to park it for her. She's like, once it gets too dark, I can't do it.
Now what? So I have cataracts. I can't see in the dark. I hate cataracts. I can't see.
Ensley said, see you tomorrow, Meme.
Bye. Are you ready to get out? I have some toast for you. I heard you were so good. Were you so good?
Jason, Kaiser was a little bit. Hey, calm down. Let the door open. Right there in the back seat, yeah.
Out of her hat.
Yeah. Right, this way.
You guys look this side.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Here's your phone, Mom. Okay, Pop.
Hey, are you gonna be my buddy, Kaiser?
Sheesh.
Bye.
So how was the road trip with Barbara? The road trip was okay, but she was really on edge the whole time because we had 3 kids in the car, Jace, Ensley, and Kaiser. And she was also on edge because she wasn't sure David's next move or if he was going to get mad. And we all didn't know how he was going to react once he found out that Ensley wasn't at daycare. Remember, it goes like this. It goes down and around. Look, down.
Like this our shoulder. Down.
Lower it down and
Siri, show me the
Circle.
number 6.
I like it. But yeah, they were going to take naps in the car and they didn't.
Kaiser.
She was about to go to sleep, and then I mentioned that I bought books from New York, Halloween books, and then she didn't go to sleep.
Okay,
That's
and
six.
place it. Boom. Number 6.
Remember what you had to do for homework?
And
Trace
we
it.
were on number 6 last night.
Oh yeah, we were. I love their
Number
hotel.
6. Yeah.
We'll take
Floor
it.
6.
I do. You too?
Because she's like, I'll tell
Kaiser,
you.
you gonna be my new guy? You gonna be putting partners in common?
Yeah, go find it. Go find it. Come on, let's go. Go.
Right, open the door.
Push out.
There you go. Nobody near us.
Oh, say thanks. Look, you guys.
I
Cool.
That's my fish. Play that.
Look, immediately.
to share? No.
Yeah, you can share. Kaiser, you can get one of the Legos. Right now.
I want to play with Shinsley.
You want to play with that?
I got
Oh, wow.
I got fire truck.
Clothes for you guys?
Yes,
It'll last a couple days. Yeah. While we figure out the long-term plan, right? Yeah. Like, these are things, details you don't have to worry about. And if there's stuff that we didn't grab, we'll grab. Yeah. It's no big deal. And I love delivery.
And other than that, I haven't got any more calls or texts from David. Just, you know, oh, I'm trying to redo the pavers in our front yard. So,
Okay.
that's about it. So that's good. At least he's not mad. But I told my mom, I said probably in about a few hours he'll be posting some crazy stuff. Did you know what he posted this morning? He said you must be really ashamed to come home and knew you did something wrong if you're afraid to come home. Saying I must have did something so wrong that I'm so embarrassed to come home. or scared.
It's actually the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the things David was doing that was actually making me really, really upset at the time was he was posting crazy content online. He was texting me like crazy after I left. He wanted me to come home, of course, but then he would be nice in text messages and then post mean things online. Everyone would make articles. It would be a big deal. Every single day something new would pop up, and I was getting really fed up. So I ended up blocking all contact with everybody. And I did not post on social media. I made one statement, and the statement, I just want to point out, the statement that was made and posted to my social media at the time wasn't all me who wrote that. And it was a collaboration of the agency and the people involved and myself within that statement. I sat there in my hotel room the whole time in New York, like, ordered food in my
I
room.
think you needed it, right? Like,
And then we went out, and that was fun. Like,
you were
so,
great. There
yeah.
was nothing.
Exactly.
I
went back to my room alone. I'm not interested in any guys
we
right
checked
now.
on you at 3 a.m. You were
Exactly.
definitely by yourself.
Yep.
It's time. She needs to be out and have herself back.
Yeah.
Have freedom. You know, Janelle's a fun, you know, she's always been like a fun girl, you know, like loves to dance, likes to go out, and she's been like secluded for, you know, in this marriage. Like never off her land, and he's glued to her hip, and she's got to be with her all the time, and it's like, that's not her.
Well, and I told her, I was like, even if I want to have like a girls' night, I can't do it, you know? And if I tell him to go hang out with his friends, it's, I don't want to, I just want you. And that's what's so irritating, because we should have a healthy time apart, because we've been up each other's ass since 2015. And like, it's time. And he ruined it so bad, it's like I can't even work now. And I want to pursue the goals I have, and it's always holding me back because of his attitude, him not changing. So
This is a calm Jenelle. This is the only Jenelle I know. And this is a very different Jenelle than you see when it's Jenelle and David.
Yeah.
And so I would like to believe this is who we all get. Like, your kids are going to get this. Your mother's going to get this.
And especially because sometimes we would just go out on family vacation, and he'd be the only one with a sour attitude, and even all the kids would be good, and I would be happy. And then I'd look at him, I'm like, just why are you having this attitude? I'm just sick of being around like the negativity, and I just want everyone to be happy when we go on vacation or wherever we go, not like it has to be always a bad thing.
How do you think he's going to react when he realizes you're not coming home?
I don't know, but right now he's like, keeps saying, you know, all night, bring my medication to me, bring his anxiety medication, which I have in my book bag that I took by mistake. And I'm like, well, you can get a refill. And he thinks that I'm around somewhere where I can get to the house and give it to him. So he still doesn't know how far away I am.
So we haven't seen the worst of it yet.
No. But, I mean, if he knows that I'm here, I don't think he'll think, I mean, he might think that I'm trying to see someone else. But ultimately, he knows that I have a team helping me now. So maybe he'll think, oh, they're just helping her, and maybe he won't freak out. So I don't know.
You reached out to me.
Yeah, did you respond?
No.
No? Okay. And every time you post a status, it's bad, then good, then bad, then good. And I'm just like, and like you posted something today that's bad. I can't see it because I'm blocked, but someone sent it to me. But then you want to text me, I love you, and all this nice stuff. But in the public's eye, you're making it look all bad. So which one is it? And it's always one extreme to the other. And my mom knows that, so she saw it today.
I think it's too, you know.
I haven't been answering him, so.
I think, Janelle, you know, you come to a point in a relationship that all of a sudden you're done. You're done. And I think that all of a sudden it just hit her like a ton of bricks. She's done. And, you know, because of the whole job situation, the MTV thing, you know, we lost it because of him. You know, and
which
it's,
I mean,
you know,
which
both
isn't
of us, not just her.
I was gonna say that's not the only reason why I'm breaking
No,
up
I
with
know,
him
it's
either.
not the only
because
thing.
obviously I try to make it work from. Let's see, I got let go in April, and I lasted all the way it's October. So I mean, I gave him a long time to change that and try to redeem himself, and it just hasn't happened. So it's not like I'm not doing this just for the show. I'm doing this because I'm done.
It was like over, like you said, all of a sudden it just clicks for you, and that's what happened. You were kind of defensive and walking the line, and then it was, you just had like your own aha moment and said, I'm done. And it was like, okay, how do we support that?
For work, I was just waiting for the agency to help me find some work. And in the meantime, I had so many people emailing me, asking me what's wrong, if I'm okay, why did you guys separate? And honestly, there was no domestic violence. There was just me being fed up with the whole situation, fed up with CPS, being let go from MTV. And honestly, I was holding it all against David. And I was so angry that, like I said, I felt like I had to get up and leave. And I felt like I needed that time to just think.
Then this block. It's right there.
You're gonna help?
This. And
Ooh.
then the yellow.
These are so good.
I made it on the bottom of the plate.
Do you know what color this is?
Yeah.
What color?
That's pink out.
Do you think it's pink? Let's see what it looks like in here.
It does make sense. Let's rip it out. Just put your hands in.
Put your hands in.
Yeah, cool, yeah, that's good.
Oh.
Hensley can probably sleep.
I'm gonna get a drink for you.
You're gonna get a drink? You're gonna feed her and
gonna have his own bed.
Yeah.
you are so sweet.
I saw you too.
You-
As the end, just do this. Don't
Yeah,
like
pretend.
for bottle.
So good.
Good job
for the sound effects.
That was good.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut some cord for you and see. Okay. Good. And here's your cord.
And then like they all look up to Jay's because he's the
And that cord.
he loves Legos.
Play-Doh,
He loves to, and then he likes to try to do big ones and small ones and
Really?
Yeah, and I kind of hate Legos right now.
oh yeah, that's why.
Because I fell on a Lego.
Yeah, look how deep that went into his knee.
Wow.
So I think I told Zach they want to sit down with like you with all the lawyers and stuff because they want to get everything filed.
Yeah.
So I told him that you wanted some downtime.
Yeah, just to because I flew from New York and then back home, got Ensley, got them, picked up my mom, drove.
10:30 they can come over. We'll get a meeting space downstairs, do some of that, and then you have an appointment with the therapist at 3:30.
Okay.
And it's just an intake,
So
Oh
there'll be
yeah,
more
yeah. So it's
you
just
know.
like questions.
like
Ask you what's
basics,
going on.
and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you'll set up follow-ups and stuff.
Okay,
Um,
that's good. For where we live, birth certificate, all that
How
stuff.
about vaccination?
I was gonna say the only thing that they do require in Tennessee is he's gonna have to be seen by a Tennessee provider to sign off on it.
Janelle, didn't you just
there.
updated all those vaccinations?
Yeah, but.
No, I know that, but then.
Yeah. It's all
Ah,
updated.
I'll just send it over.
Here's
Send
the
it over.
bacon.
We'll do some of that tomorrow. I'll take
Yeah.
care of a lot of that.
Here's the bacon.
Cut it.
What?
Yep.
Wow, you did that fast, Jace.
Oh
Good
my
job.
And
goodness.
here's
Oh yeah, the other one, like remember the one that I built? It was like I took like 2 days on it.
Yeah.
It was like a huge Star Wars ship.
Really?
Yeah, it was like this big, and
yes.
it took 2 days on it.
This is gonna build.
Here,
I know,
Kaiser,
let's
want
go
it?
help with.
Look.
Go help Jace.
Jace is gonna give you the small one.
Because this one's too old for you.
Now, how about I build all of them, then you can play with them, okay? Remember that?
That's the cool part.
Yeah, I do from small.
Oh, let
Jace,
me
that
open
was
it
smart.
for you.
Jace, give him the one you already built.
Okay, here you go.
Okay, but don't mix up the pots.
You can play with them.
Kaiser, now your mouth. Now, while I was staying in the hotel, things were very chaotic. The kids were running around going crazy. We stayed at like a suite. So we had like one of those living rooms in the middle and then 2 bedrooms on the sides. But having 3 kids in hotel rooms is very, very hard and frustrating. And they're very loud. So it's like I try to keep them as quiet as I can, but that's almost impossible. But, you know, I got through it. And my mom, she ended up leaving eventually. And she went back to North Carolina with Jace because Jace, you know, has school in North Carolina. So then I was left alone, and I had to deal with it all on my own. And why were things so bad to where I ended up leaving? You know, like I said, David had a very bad attitude. And, you know, once he would say something, I would say something back. And then it would just escalate and blow up, and nothing would stay at a normal level at that time. But I'm glad that we got through that rough patch, because it actually really opened my eyes to a lot. How to have more patience, control my temper if someone else is angry, and same with him. He can control his temper if I get a little snappy. And I feel like that was beneficial in a way to go through. Well, thanks for watching episode 1. Episode 2 will be up next week, you guys. And here it is, Addicted to Growth.